Girl, we are officially 6 months into 2025, and how many goals did you achieve thus far? What actionable steps are you putting in place to ensure that you achieve all your goals, and how are you measuring them?
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hi Shbooboo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Mweshi, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. If it's the first time you're on my channel, my name is Mweshi. I make fashion, self-care, lifestyle related content, and an occasional self-development video like this one. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss all things goal setting and achieving your goals. And basically I just wanted to find out, like, are you guys feeling behind? Do you need some tips and tricks? Because I have 10 very important tips that you should follow to help you finish the year strong and make sure you achieve all your goals for 2025. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video, because sharing is caring. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Now, at the beginning of the year, of course, you set your goals, you made a vision board, you probably made a prayer board, or you wrote your goals down as to, I want to achieve this and this and this in 2025. So an example can be, I have fitness goals. I want to become fit and get my summer body in 2025. I want to possibly pass all my exams. I will have financial goals. I want to save probably 5,000 by the end of this year, and all these other goals that you have set aside for yourself. So the first step that you will need to take to ensure that you achieve all your goals is to revisit them, because now we are halfway into the year and you just want to see what progress are you making and what are your goals. Are you constantly reminding yourself of what is important to you and what are you working towards? So basically you just look at your vision board or look at your prayer board, and then you identify, okay, I've checked this off, I checked this off, but I'm possibly lacking in the fitness element, in the health and wellness element, or in my faith. Then you set out your goals to say, okay, I want to focus on this from this 6 months going forward. Now the next step would be to note down all the goals that you have not achieved thus far and come up with a plan with actionable steps as to how you want to achieve them or how you want to go about them. So basically you just create a list. You write down in your journal that, okay, I want to save this amount of money, I want to achieve this fitness goals, I want to have this grade by the end of the year, and I possibly want to start a business by the end of this year. So you jot down your goals and you say, okay, for me to achieve my fitness goal that I want to have my summer body by the end of 2025, you mentioned that, okay, during winter I'll be going to the gym, and then you then implement your plan into your weekly and monthly schedule to say that, okay, on Mondays I'll be going to the gym, on Tuesdays I'll be focusing on my business. Are you getting me? The third step in implementing this plan into your life would be to implement it into your calendar. Now going forward, you create timelines and time blocks for yourself to say that, number one, I'm going to save this amount of money in this month and this is how I'm going to go about it. You then look at your income that you are receiving that month and you set aside you set aside money for your needs, you set aside money for your wants, and then you set aside money for your savings. So basically you just want to implement it. Like every single day you should be working towards something. A goal, a simple goal could be, I want to wake up early. I want to become a morning person, because I know if you wake up earlier you have more time and you are able to achieve more things. So basically that could be a goal. Then every single day you set your alarm to ensure that you achieve that goal. So that's a simple example as to how you can implement the plan into your calendar or your daily routine. It is also important to allocate time. So you create time slots within your calendar as well, your daily routine, to say that, okay, I want to allocate this amount of time to focus on my academics, because I know by the end of the year I want to pass with distinctions. Or you say that I'm going to set aside this amount of time to focus on bettering my skills. Let's say I want to get into IT and tech, and I want to learn possibly how to use Adobe and all these other softwares. So you set aside time, like, okay, every single day for 1 hour I'll focus on this, and that will constantly build up, and you'll become a pro at whatever you want to achieve. Now, after you've identified, you've created a plan, you've allocated time, it's now time to shut out everything that is not important. Say no to things that are no longer benefiting you and your goals. So let's say you have fitness goals that you want to achieve, and you constantly have a friend who's saying, oh, let's go to KFC all the time, or let's go have junk food all the time. Then you communicate your boundary to that friend to say that, hey, I'm actually like, I'm taking a break from this. I just want to focus on my goals. And yeah, once you communicate, you're able to focus on what's important for you. Say no to things that are not benefiting you and are not benefiting your goals at the end of the day, because at the end of the year you want to make sure that you have achieved all your goals for 2025. Now, I'm not saying that you should cut everyone off or you should be distant towards people, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you need to enter your season of solitude so you can just focus on yourself and your goals and your dreams and aspirations, because sometimes the noise is too much. That's why you cannot hear or you cannot see what you're supposed to do. The fifth step would be for you to get an accountability partner. It's very, very important to have someone who can hold you accountable. Of course, this person should be someone that you trust and that you possibly look up to, or you know that they are doing great in their life, or they are great at what is this? At inspiring you as well to do better. So you get an accountability partner who can possibly your friend, can be a mentor, can be a colleague, to say that, oh, every single day, oh Chomi, did you read your books today? How many hours did you read in the library today? Or how many times did you go to the gym this week? Because you know that you're working towards a particular goal. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying that's why it's important, don't share your goals with everyone, but share it with that one person who can hold you accountable, so that once you start relapsing or things are going south, there's someone there to help you and to hold your hand, to say, to keep you pushing so that you can achieve your goals. The sixth tip would be for you to be open to elevating your skills and learning. When you're walking towards your goal, it's all a learning curve. You are learning different things, and you might have some hurdles along the way, but then it's important for you to take some form of substance, some form of advice, some form of I don't know what the word is, some form of a lesson from whatever experience you've had. So basically, be open to learning and also work on your skills as an individual. If you are a content creator, you can possibly set goals aside to say, okay, I'm going to focus on my editing skills, but basically just focus on elevating yourself and elevating your skills. Now, I understand you are on crunch mode and grind mode. The seventh tip would be, do not neglect your mental health. And there is no reward that comes from being burnt out or just not taking care of yourself. There's no award that comes from that. So if some days you're feeling down and you need to take some time off, take that time off. Also manage your time wisely so you are not pressured at the end of the year to say that you are burnt out because you're trying to achieve all these goals in a span of 1 month or 2 months. Are you getting me? So it's very, very important to focus on your mental health as well and make sure that you're mentally well, because your mental well-being matters. Burnout is also not, burnt out can destroy you as a person and can destroy, like, I don't know, your self-confidence and your self-esteem to some degree, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of you are putting in so much effort but you're not seeing that many results because you are not taking breaks. It's important to take a breather, to focus on yourself. I'm not saying now neglect your goals. No, just know how to balance. Life is about balance. It's not always about, okay, I'm chasing money. No, sometimes you need to focus on yourself and your mental health, because at the end of the day, you are a person. The 8th tip would be, once you've set those milestones at the beginning that we mentioned that you want to achieve, if you achieve a small milestone, even if it's tiny, please do celebrate yourself. Please do give yourself a pat on the shoulder, because at the end of the day, you want to keep that momentum, that drive going for the last 6 months of the year. So make sure that you are congratulating yourself. It's not up to you to always be, okay, my friends should take me for lunch when I do something. No, sometimes you must do something for yourself from a place of love, so that you are able to achieve your goals. So yeah, like, just celebrate your small wins. Like, it just builds that momentum within you to say, you know what, I'm going to push because I achieved this and I feel so good and I treated myself, so now I'm going to focus on this going forward. And basically, treating yourself doesn't need to be something expensive, like buying yourself an expensive bag or buying yourself an expensive shoes. It might look like you passed the test and then you will decide, okay, I'm going to buy myself ice cream. Are you seeing? Like, just congratulating yourself. And the 9th tip would be, document your journey and create a checklist. You know, sometimes you see things, especially, okay, I'll bring in a Christian example. You possibly prayed about your goals, right? And you prayed about them to God. But then if you wrote them down in your prayer journal to say that, oh God, I want you to grant me this, and I want you to help me with strength to achieve all these goals. And then if you don't have a checklist or a documentation of something that you can look back on, you might not, you turn a blind eye to your achievements. So it's very, very important to document your journey, just so you see how far you've come. Even on days when you're doubting yourself, you remember that, actually I ran a marathon in 2025, so you know what, I got this. Or you know what, I passed with distinctions in 2025. Even if I'm going through this rough patch right now, I got this. Like, I will make it out of this. It's very, very important. And a checklist is also very, very important. So each and every single month with your goals, you set aside that, no, checklist. Let's say I want to save 1.2 by the end of the year, and each month I'm saving 200. Are you getting me? So you create the checklist, and every single month you tick off that, oh, I saved 200 this month, I saved 200 this month, I saved 200 this month. Are you getting me? So you're just able to track your progress. It's of no use you are having this vision board and you're not really familiarizing yourself with it and making use of it. Also, make use of platforms like Notion, your Notes app, or Google Notes as well. Those apps are very, very, not Google Notes, Google Calendar. Those apps are very, very useful and can come in very, very handy. You can plan your whole life out on Notion. Are you getting me? Like, if you're a content creator, you can create your whole plan of your content plan to say that, okay, I want to create this amount of videos this month and I want the concept notes to be so and such. So yeah, like, just create a checklist that you can check off, and you know, so you can track your progress, just the same way a teacher tracks their students' progress through their test and assessment results. The same way you must track your own personal progress as an individual. The 10th tip, and I think this is one of the most important ones, it's consistency and discipline is key. Consistency and discipline is very, very important, because motivation is constantly fading. You cannot decide to say, okay, I don't feel motivated today, I'm not going to the gym. Once you are disciplined to say, I'm focusing on my goals and I'm going to achieve this, and you are consistent to say that every single day I'm going to wake up and show up for myself. Every single day I'm going to wake up and show up for my studies and focus on my studies and study. Once you've allocated that time and you have that drive, with consistent effort and with constant discipline, you will be able to achieve your goals. Don't let instant gratification get into the way of your goals. And this all ties back to discipline and consistency. Don't sacrifice temporary comfort for permanent discomfort. Are you getting me? Focus. You focus on what's important for you, because at the end of the day, someone said prioritize your education over your entertainment. Prioritize your education over your entertainment.
Prioritize your education over your entertainment. Prioritize your education over your entertainment.
And that can apply to say prioritize anything that you're working towards in your life over entertainment. Like, make sure you are set straight before you focus on things that are not as significant to your life and to your progress and to where you see yourself in the future. Because at the end of the day, you are an individual. You want to grow and you want to make sure you become the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself looks like focusing on your goals. With regards to consistency and discipline, it's also important to silence out the noise. Take a break, take a breather, and walk away from situations that are no longer serving you. Let's say sometimes you cannot focus on your goals because you have too much going on around you. Let's say you have a large friend group, you're trying to manage all this amount of people, all these different personalities, and you're not able to focus on yourself and what you want to achieve in the future. So it's okay. Sometimes you need to walk away or take a step back, so you're just able to focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself and silence out the noise, silence out people's opinions, people's narratives about you, and just focus on what you want to achieve as an individual. And the 11th tip, which is a bonus tip, would be to prioritize your relationship with God. God can provide you with the guidance that you need, the spiritual guidance that you need. He will provide you with strength and momentum to keep on going and to keep on pushing. It's very important for you to also put God at the center of everything and pray for the spirit of discernment and the spirit of guidance for Him to guide you. To pray for discernment, to say, okay, something is currently not going okay in my life. The Holy Spirit or God will give you that strength to discern that, okay, this is probably not for me. And obviously, when you set your goals at the beginning of the year, I hope you were realistic as to what goals you want to achieve, because there are long-term goals and there are short-term goals. Long-term goals may look like a 5-year plan, and short-term goals can be a year, 6 months, or 3 months. So yeah, we just want to focus on that. Like, focus on your relationship with God. Like, once you put God at the center of everything will start to flourish. Like, there's nothing that God is in that does not prosper or that does not become better. You know, God can turn a flower into a garden of flowers. Are you getting? Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This was very short and sweet, and I hope you took away some tips from it. And tell me if you enjoy self-development videos. Should I make more? Shouldn't I? Please comment down gray emojis, because I have a gray sweater. We are currently on the way to 1,000 subscribers, so please help me achieve my goals, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.